So, we spent a long while riffing through the photo studio with the LCD team, but no one found any decisive evidence. Sure are a lot of photos though, but almost all of them are just pictures of building. Nothing much to tell about that. True. Aside from the canister containing the film fuel that Sinclair has picked up, there are no remaining items here that can count as proper clues at all, Executive Manager. I've confirmed that the rest are all empty plastic containers. And it's probably best to check the content of the film roll. True. Yes, Executive Manager. I will find a way to develop the film. I guess they should probably have a black room around here. After all, this is a photo studio. So, did you guys find any sort of photo development room? Or maybe even equipment nearby? Let's search a little more before we see what's in that film room. Oh, Mentor, what do you make of this object? For the 8th time undo, I have no idea! If I had wits bright enough to understand all that lies before me with but a singular glance, like the team leader does, I would have passed the royal examination long ago and secured myself a lucrative position on the court's official. But Mentor, and you already passed the royal... Once one, a sword does not retrace its arc, undo. And so is it with life. There's no undoing what has already been cut. So you were in the court? Did you quit your shop or something? Huh. Thus, it is unnecessary to dwell on what can no longer be undone. There's no after for what has been slashed away. Not for you, Mentor. Ought you not dwell on what can no longer be undone? Is she getting so dark again? Yes, I misspoke. I did not mean it that way, undo. I merely meant to say that I do not wish to recall my past. See? I am aware of that, but you have told me so as much long ago. Whether you were placed in a position to retrace the past. Mostly at the Eastery, where you're filling your belly on unpaid tabs, and each time you brought down the stone wall before our house by your own erring hands. Okay, those are exactly the kind of things that you should never forget. Oh, my belly! Oh, I suddenly feel a stabbing pain in my belly. I have to excuse myself. The spot. Oh, the very wound you once gave me afflicts me again! The one from when you thought you were only poking me with the scarab! Yet by some cruel turn, it was actually the sword that ran straight through me! I see. Mentor, you said it was completely healed, and that I do not need to concern myself with it. Those were the same words that have been repeated at least 80 times by now. But it still aches every now and then. Shiveringly so whenever I hear your sharp, cutting words that I really don't want to hear at all. Ah, is that so? Undo suddenly pulls out the sheet of paper and began furiously writing something down. What is this now? I have written down the words that I've just said. After all, you didn't want to hear it, but you can always read it. If hearing my sharp, cutting words afflicts you so, perhaps reading them instead would cause you no suffering. And that way, it's becoming even more difficult for you to forget them, right? Kim's face began to contour like a wet dish towel being wrung dry. I really can't believe that this is the same mentor that Undo follows so devotedly. There's all that dignity and forbearance that Undo has set to the arts. Young Undo, there's a matter that I would like to ask thee. Apparently, I wasn't the only one who felt that way about him. Pray, speak freely. This may perhaps be a discourteous inquiry, but I too, well, when speaking to others of who I serve, often ornament my words with a laudation of an acceptable degree. And yet... I understand your concern, Lady Dawn. I suppose this is your first time seeing Mentor with his shoulders so unbraced and his bearings so loose. In truth, when I first beheld him, I also wonder whether such a man could truly be a leader worth placing my faith in. However, upon my honor, I assure you that I've never once uttered a falsehood when I spoke of him to you. My respect towards the blades of my own and foes alike, my determination to safeguard what must be protected, even should my arms be torn apart, all of these are undoubtedly the teaching that my mentor has imparted upon me. Really? Why, if fortune should grant opportunity, you may witness the mentor's true self, yourself someday. That is to say, if we just let ourselves be carried by the current of the river, to arrive at such a sense. Angdu gave her prosthetic arm a casual sweat, smiling sincerely as though she truly believes every word that she just said. Then leaning closer to Dawn, she whispers, "And besides, unless I speak with this feigned, stern ignorance, there will be no end to his digging in his heels. I would ask for your trust, for all is aimed at his own benefit." Forsooth! That's how I've been burdened with the trials of serving your superiors! So that is what it was. I get it now. She's trying to motivate him. By her own means. What was that? Oh. Just as I witnessed the budding of this peculiar bond of commiseration and camaraderie between our chivalry friends, the door leading outside was flung open with a loud slam. We've arrived at the target location. It appears that an advance party has already been defeated. Wait, who are these guys? We are just a detective group. Didn't they say that they were only a single violator? Oh, crap. Yes, sir? Looks like it's too late to talk our way out of this, is it? Whatever excuse we come up with at this point. Oh boy, this is not going to go well at all. The same thing happened last time as well. Whenever I saw the NCOPS employees, I thought we had the wrong intel. And all of a sudden, well... What? A sudden flash blinds my vision wide. As though I had stared straight into the burst of a searing light, so intense and bright that it made my head swim. Did they just flashbang us? Yeah, and that's the same kind of pop. God damn it! With my vision blinded, the only thing that I could make out was Ersa's soft murmur, until even that came to a stop as our breathing hushed. What? It didn't take long for me to realize what has happened. Seeing it again doesn't exactly warm the heart, when you say, Angdu. Though Escorp may indeed be passing through hard times, this alley was not quite so wretched in form, wasn't it, Mentor? Uh-huh. Is that right? Looks much the same to me, at least. Ow, this place. Did we just get teleported or something? No, Dante. Though it generates a considerable sense of, but the versatility. This is... I think I know what this is. You do? This is a presence. I haven't been able to detect it until now, but somehow it was now surrounding us, saturating every corner of the space that we stood. The dreadary stone wall, tree bent and coiled in grotesque forms, the sheen of the light, and even the air that we breathe, all of them point towards a single phenomenon. Is this the distortion? Oh wait, it is the depth of the fathom. Fathom made entirely out of distortion. We were dragged in a fathom? They're completely different distortions for the NCOP employees were just a moment ago, Executive Manager. It's, this is exactly it. This is what I was trying to explain. What the hell? Pictures? Where Erza points, the people in smart, neat suits had vanished, and in their place, figures clad in blood-stained dope ropes were approaching us with dragging, uneasy steps. Right. Well, first we have to fight and talk later. Are you ready, Undo? My blade is poised to strike, Lady Erza. And wait, where's that Kim guy? I'm afraid he has already taken his leave. He said he had no desire to cross blades with the Shunkulungs of Escort. At the very least twice. Seriously? Come on, man! Not again! You're here to fight if you can't do the detective work. He's a repeated offender, I see. That's for certain. Executive manager. Wherever Kim has gone off to, this definitely isn't the time to be asking trivial questions like that. Right, let's do what Erza says and get ready for the battle. On your orders, executive manager! Men, prepare for battle! Right. Maybe we need to put that guy on a leash. He can't just run off like that. He's supposed to help us. Even she's helping us. And Erza's here to help us. What are you doing? Oh wait, what's this? Oh, the arms give her a buff. There's story hidden in it. Gabia's arms. Do you perhaps speak of gargoyles that often appears in tales of old? I can scarcely believe it. After all that I've witnessed when relying on the hospitality of Limbus company, the existence of the beasts from folklores may well be within reason. Come to think of it, I do recall hearing the name called Dark Beast Unit. Right. Any other lore hidden in your skills that I might need to know about? Yes. Mock Workshop. Huh? Oh, you like that model? Oh, the new girl's got an eye for quality. Excuse me, can we try this model, please? Oh, come on, relax. I know the deal. You break it, you buy it. Thanks. See? Told you I'm a regular here. Okay, so the sword and the scarab come as a set. So grab them both and feel the weight. How's that? Not as heavy as they look, huh? Ooh. So, there's this, particles, powder thing that scarab under the paint by the mock workshop. Every time you sheath and unsheath the sword for a brief moment, the blade comes out way sharper and lighter. That's the model you're holding. It happens to focus on the sharpness. So it's like, ding, and voila. You get a nice buff on your weapon. It's pretty much a fresh sharpening tool. It's like one of the Yi series model. The Mock Workshop Classic liner, by the way. Check out the finest here. It's... Oh, what the heck? Hey, this is the Yi type model that went out of production. You know what? This stuff really isn't easy to come by. I guess we're lucky that we found one here. If it's truly such a rarity, Lady Erza, perhaps you should wield it instead. No, it's fine. Well, I can see it is literally made for you. And it will work really nicely with those boosters and your new prosthetic arms. It needs some time to get used to, of course. But you'll be one heck of a fighter once you get the hang of it. Anyways, consider this a gift of yours truly. You're officially one of us now. Officially our new girl. No more temp stuff, alright? Then, I shall accept this with gratitude. Oh, by the way, remember the classic lineup? Yeah, it's super durable, but there are delicate parts as well that you should watch out for not to break. Okay, you know what? Just let them break it if it really comes to that. Just don't die on us. I shall take your words to heart. There's a good chance that Erza had already lost a whole ton of friends. Maybe that is her trigger word for the people that you've lost. Okay, is that still the same? Yeah, seems like the story is included in all the forms of the sword. Is there anything else hidden in here that I need to see? No, that's still the same. Fence is still the same. And how about the passive? Oh my god. They really love to include story elements now. On the outside, it looks not different from prosthetics that you might find in the other nests or back streets. But apparently, this particular prosthetic limb has been created using technology unique to us. I wonder what that could be. Since the department of these prototypes was led by the LCD department, I would assume it has something to do with the power of distortion. Oh, that's not to say that I have any certainty regarding the matter. I was only in charge of transporting it. You see? It is just a simple speculation. Really, in any case, I doubt this is your average prosthetic limb, meant for body enhancement. That is true. It is a very special type of gear. Okay, she gets a homeland buff, but that's it. Anything hidden in sanity? No. And what about Erza? Is there anything hidden in Erza's stuff? That's the usual charge and tremor. And the fact that she's using a special handmade golden retriever exclusive axe. But that's it. There are no further informations. Never mind. There are further informations. In the bag itself. Everything from this workshop kicks off the accelerator with a bang. It's super punchy and satisfying. Okay, why did they drop so much lore on her, but almost nothing on Erza? It's kind of unfair, if you ask me. But well, alright. Now that we are done with our guys, it's time to check up on the enemies. Chongchun, incapacitated. Head-splitting memories? Binding effect. Okay, so this time around we have to handle bind. Counter attacks apparently. Expires after a turn. Deal 5% damage for every bind. A maximum of 15. To cover the eyes is not to be blind. These fabrics, created using Q-Corp Singularity, are fashioned into many forms, such as blindfolds and headbands, and are commonly used throughout the East. It is not unusual to see fixers and employees of corporation entities in the East covering their heads and faces with these products. The fabric serves the same function as sunglasses, visors, and combat prosthetic eyes found elsewhere in the city. They scan the target's information in real time, augments the wearer's vision, and provides technical analysis instead. At times, they can also serve as a mention of communication to their distant allies. So it's a built-in headset apparently. That's good to know. Ah, of course they have bleed. They always have bleed, right? Haven't seen an enemy without bleed lately. At the very least they are giving up on sinking. Right? At the very least they don't have sinking this time around. Oh, what's this? Rust? Speed. Fix the unit's space skill point power to 0. If the prisoner transport arrangement buff for the fix expires, the fix also expires. Trying to bind us? Look how the baseborn hunt the other baseborn to serve them up with the power that he. That doesn't really seem so bad. And I have full control this time. This is a focusing counter, so I can just ignore these counter units. If I can. Oh yeah, I definitely can. I don't need to engage with this. Even though it seems like these girls over there just have to fight this guy, huh? I kind of wish I could direct them as well, but that's just how it is sometimes, right? Everyone just does whatever the hell they want to do. We're going to get the SP. going to get this SP. And if everything goes well, that guy's going to get staggered. Okay, not so bad. Ishmael is going wild. After all, she has the same power as Undo. I should probably get that ID for myself as well. You can never have too many Blade lineage IDs, right? Just look at Basalt. Basalt is super strong. You can never have enough of them. Just like the Kurakumas. Lovely. Sinclair lost his clash. Exactly as planned. So, next up, Ersa's going to handle that guy all by herself. Pretty sure I don't need to interrupt her in the sliders. She just does a thing. Okay. Lot of damage from Sinclair. I mean, just saying. Lot of damage of just saying. Sadly though, we are a little bit too lucky with the coin tosses there. You were supposed to only roll tails. But it's fine. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. Oh, I need to get more sanity, but it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult. Yep. Because my luck is just never complying. Luck is just never complying. There are only some of these guys can handle themselves quite well. I just need to gather some resources at the very least. Once Faust is ready, I can just provide them with 10 each. Well, not for the entire team, but the ones who are lacking desperately get a small boost. That's definitely going to help them out. Or just comes around. Another good hit. Not quite enough for the stacker bar, but that's alright. Bit of a waste for the power, but there's not really much that we can do about that. You need to help them out just in case. That guy can survive for one more round. I don't really care that much about it. Oh, but then again, I guess Ishmael could also do it. Yeah, Ishmael can definitely kill him. There we go. Lovely job. Lovely job. Okay, you saying? Show them who's the boss! There we go! Negative coins, positive coins, doesn't matter, we're always in the middle anyways! Okay. Of course it's Laurel. Another 10. Okay. Acceptable. Boss was able to win a clash, that's quite lovely. And of course Undo without even any sort of questions. She just obliterates the foes. You almost got it. You almost got it, Sinclair. It's fine. In this round we're going to kill 3 of them. 21 and everything else has been redirected. Okay, this is fine. I need to keep in mind that the others are a little bit on the weaker side. The clash power isn't really the best right now. But to be fair though, they kinda are depending on kill to give them the boost. The clash power boost. So I need to start creating this what's it called again? I need to start creating the sort of the homeland. By creating resonance. Highest resonance, other plate lineage ascendant in the order of speed. Slowest to fastest. 2 times max. If I had 6 of them, of course, that would be increased to 2, but sadly I don't think we are... I don't think we've reached that. I mean, technically speaking, we are 6. She counts. Still, I need a resonance for this. High resonance, which is probably blue. Okay, this one is going to be a bit difficult, but the others seem doable. At the very least, we're going to kill 2 more guys. That's definitely going to be handy for us. Unless, of course, Undo just decides to murder that guy all by her lonesome, because she's actually really, really strong! Yeah, it seems to be fine after all. Oh wait, what's that? Is that a special buff? For Ishmael? Wait, I need to double check on that. I have to double check on that. It almost looks like herself. With a sword drawn. Okay. Couple of additional slabs. Lovely. Now let me see. The bearing of Salsu. Inoffensive level for every stack. Guess it's one of the gimmicks of this ID. Probably gains them from killing guys. Or maybe hitting the criticals. Could imagine something like that. Upon entering the encounter for the first time, gain Bearing of Salsus for every Blade Lineage ID on the field, excluding this one. Oh, okay. So he checks for Blade Lineage IDs, she checks for Blade Lineage IDs. He wants 6, she only cares about 3. Meaning, soon enough we're going to get even more Blade Lineage IDs, so we don't need to worry about the 6er stacks. Really sorry about this, Sinclair, but you are kind of falling off. Same goes to Otis. I just buffed you guys, but you barely do any sort of damage. At all. You guys are barely doing any sort of damage around here. Oh god. Okay, we're ready. This time around we actually have a resonance here, so some of them should be able to gain some Homelander buffs. Right? Haven't really seen it yet. But some of them should gain it. Please. Is that the Homelander? No, that's just the bag. Oh, Ezra, please don't kill him too quickly. I need to double check the Homelander thing. I need to understand the Homelander thing. This team kind of requires it. Sinclair needs it. Sinclair needs it. Wait a second, he won with that thing? You weren't supposed to win with it. Power boost only gets applied if you lose. Ah. Yeah, the IDs still feel a bit awkward, but it's alright. I'm gonna get used to it. I'm gonna understand it in no time. For sure! Oh god, you're all bloody. Huh. I would say that's all of them. Surveying the area with measured alert, Angdo cast the blood from her sword with a sharp flick before sliding it back into the sheet. Oh. Wait, they're not changing back. It doesn't look like beating up the distorted one reverts them immediately this time around. Perhaps a fortunate turn of events then, in a way. Let us search for clues where time allows it. True. Right. You take this side, Angdu. I will search here. Erza and Angdu moves about as though they were used to this kind of situation. Without even taking a moment to catch their breath after the battle, they began searching the space. Pretty! They're so diligent! Dawn was the first one to voice her doubts in the surreal, unfamiliar situation that we have found ourselves in. We've just battled distortion upon our arrival hither, yet never before have I beheld our surrounding change with such a sudden flash before. Pretty, I cannot make sense of the situation at all. Couldst thou render a detailed account of this distortion phenomenon? Ah, my apologies. It would appear that I've overlooked the briefing due to the urgency of this predicament. This is, according to the definition presented by Lady Moses, a location-type distortion. Location? It's basically when a whole space distorts, and since places and buildings aren't moving on their own, the distortion gets fixed in a certain space. And as for this one, it looks like the distortion is already progressing pretty far along. Middle stage, probably. They don't usually get this big, you see, but this one is covering almost the entire street by now. And those people, they've entered the space and got caught up in it. And our job right now is to get to the bottom of this phenomenon. What exactly gets people caught up in the first place? And what happens to them once they're inside? Of course, we can't really rule out the possibility of a powerful distortion that encroaches upon its environment. Oh, and by the way, I mean the distortion bleeds into spaces around it and warp it. Man, I'm actually talking to our team leader here. It kind of rubs off on me, I guess. Erza continues with a sheepish giggle. In any case, we won't really be able to suppress or even cure the distortion, even if we were to whoop these guys' asses like 100 of times. We need more clues in order to help us locate the infection point. Maybe we should examine these people over there too. Maybe. With a call, Erza directs our attention to a row of collapsing people all around. All of them cladded in these dopo ropes. And these are the glyphs embedded upon their headbands. The shoe bespeaks propulsion and pursuit. It marks them as chokuns, functionary change with scurrying, hunting down runaway nobles. You hail from the homeland as we do. I'm unsurprised that they know of them as well. I could hardly fail to know them, for I too was once enumerated amongst the quarry. Scientists and technicians were daily being disposed of their station in Escorp after all. It was not an ideal tale, I see. Scientists who ply their craft without fattening Escorp's coffers are seized for right and made nobles of this, well, of the corporation. Indeed, I count myself fortunate to have absconded with my friends before the brand of Nobi could impress upon us. Otherwise, Nobi, the wretched appellation covering upon the people of the convenience of those in power, a vile practice and an excuse of their power-mongering, and nothing more. The so-called taboo hunters of Escorp operate by much the same anatomy. Does the breaching of the taboo summon the hunter, or does the hunter first seize his prey to thereafter frame the capture with the invented transgression? If the powerful so desire to chase a man down, to take possession of his very being and keep him caged like an animal, then they need only decree that he should bear the lot of a Nobi. Such is what Escorp has become. My mentor, too, is one of the victims of that accursed practice. Then, would these people have been sent out to capture your mentor? And maybe even Yeseng as well? Or me, perhaps. Or even none of us. He meant to state that they have been conceptual forms of Changchu generated by the distortion. This is a plausible conjecture. But we're getting nowhere with these clue huntings, though. With a heavy sigh, Otis pressed a finger against her brows, as if her head were starting to pod in frustration. To dwell further into this matter, it is necessary to determine why the Escorp and of course its Nobi have appeared as the motives of this phenomenon. Considering the course of event that we've seen so far, would it not stand to reason that the distortion stains all nearby things with memories most foul? Memories? So the presence of the Shangshua suggests a possible correspondence to Yiseng's memories then. Conversely, however, the absence of Teacup's time collectors weakened that hypothesis. In which case, the most plausible theory is that this particular distortion would have stemmed from Babu-headed Kim, or even Angdu's memories. Maybe. I mean, you guys mentioned that you were hit by this flash before. Maybe because of their continued influence, it has shaped this world around itself. Oh. Angdu furrows her brow and fell into thought, as though she couldn't grasp the full picture of the problem. I've seen a few distortions that show trauma or affect their surrounding. But this one? I'm just not really getting that pop of inspiration, you see? I can't even guess what it is that the distortion wants, either. But again! The white flash of light suddenly drowns my vision again, as Erza clutches her head and cries out with annoyance. My god! Oh, if only the team leader was here! Cracking this would have been a piece of cake! And I guess just like that, we're back. So this is why you kept asking whether we've seen anything bursting with a pop, huh? The NCOP guys, well, they must have had it rough too, getting dragged into a distortion like that. I mean, what else were we supposed to do? It was self-defense. They were about to attack us there. I suppose finding the root cause and taking care of it would be the fastest way forward. Let's just do what we can for now, alright? Okay, first we need to develop the film that we found here. We'll be heading to the nearest darkroom and... Now actually, let's first direct that slipper, head-wearing cloak back here and get him talking about the Shonshu cons. The problems. The cons. That's probably our best bet right now. Oh, every time we take a job, that slacker just slips off without telling anyone a thing. Wait, did he actually leave this building? The hell? As one part of me watches Ersa stomps her feet in frustration. I was also carefully following Heathcliff's team through the other part of my vision. Oh, I think I can help with that. Do you? Have you located him? Huh? What? Bostock found something? Oh yeah, I found where Bamboo-Headed Kim is right now. Did you see it through the eyes of the others? Did he already meet up with the other teams then? Or maybe his attempts of running just led him back to the others. Guess there's no real escape for him then. At the very least, as long as our team is split apart like that. Oh, that poor guy. That poor guy. Now then, it's time for us to develop the film. With all of these guys? Oh no, are we about to get wrapped into another one of these missions? Probably, right? Oh yeah, we're about to get trapped again. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Oh, wait a second, our squad has been changed. Okay, I definitely want to bring these two. I need at least one more of the late-minish guys. And I guess we're just going to go full stop, and as our final guy, we're just going to bring this thing. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Alright then, let us continue. I hope he has a very good explanation for this. Running off like that in the middle of danger. Meanwhile, on Heathcliff's side. Whoa! They're also fighting! Bloody hell, what's up with these guys? They show up of nowhere! How should I know about this? But judging by their getup, they seem like escort fellas? And things were going so well as well. We could have talked it out with those Fedora guys who were just rummaging around the place earlier. You know that, right? But no, you just had to go barking at them first. You would have saved us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right? Oh, so it's my fault now. Those bastards look like they were nicking stuff there. This is our contracted area, ain't it? If they walk off with something important, then we'll be the one catching the hell around here. Listen, bud, not everyone is itching to swipe hair coupons into their pockets the second that they have a chance. Did you really need to bring that up again? Of how many bloody months are you going to make that one for? Excuse me? Oh, you got a problem too, mates? Oh no, not at all. I just wondered whether that gentleman over there is also one of our enemies. Oh my god, Kim. Oh, is that the end of your troop's performance? Shame, I was really enjoying watching you guys. Might have mistaken this place for the Peach Blossom Land of Legend, had there been a cup of fine rice wine to go along with it. Yeah, that's the enemy, alright? Oh, but wait, he has a name tag though. And it says, LCD. LCD or whatever. Who gets the toss? Am I supposed to put up with every bastard having a dig at me or something? Heathcliff? Oh dear. Such bold swings. I didn't know there was an anchor to that performance, buddy. Ha! You slippery little rats. Well, I do find it amusing enough, but if you intend to play with me, you ought to be more aware of your surroundings as well. What? Hey, behind you! There's... Did you just save him? I thought you didn't want to fight. Huh? Wow, he took all of these dope-wearing guys with just a single strike. I would say that about covers the price of admission for our, well, your troop circus. Wouldn't you agree? Seriously? Well then, I leave the rest to you guys. Wandering blades and murmuring tales never linger on the stage for too long, after all. The hell? Where the hell do you think that you are going? Ah, damn it. There's no time, Heathcliff. We have to fight more of these guys. A whole ton more of these guys. Are they new? Is there an ability that they haven't shown yet? Oh my god. Wait a second, there's one more. Tussle, prisoner transport. Escort commands 2 swords of the Blue Hunter, the Royal Censor and the Shongchon, agents of the Royal Court. The Royal Censor generally operates alone, moving undercover to pursue those who have dared to break the taboo of Salpion. Shongchon, much like Fixer Authors, form bands with their own ranks. Once an order or a contract to hunt down a branded is bestowed upon them, they each band hunts its mark with a manner preferred by the band. The Hunt of Nobis knows neither honor nor dignity. Okay. To cover the eyes is not to be blinded. Fabric. Oh wait, I think I already read that one before. But this one was new. But the very least that one was new. Alright then. Well, seeing how they are pretty much the same as before, I guess we're going to make quick work of them now. Oh? Wait, what? Okay. Apparently, now we're getting interrupted in the middle of fights now, huh? Guys, can we talk this out? I see N-pop guy. Oh god. Hitting nails, offensive level downs, they debuff us? They swap from poise into bleed tremors, huh? Okay. Intellectual gathering. So they're just getting overlaid by image, and if the effect runs out, or if they just are tired of it, they just swap them in and out, huh? But the HP is still the same, so we're definitely fighting the same guys. Maybe it's just getting flashed and our perception is getting distorted. Huh. Well, regardless, guys, I'm really sorry. I still have to do this, though. I still have to do this to you guys. You guys all have to fall. I'm really sorry. Especially you. You were already on your last leg. You didn't need us to see who actually is the one who's about to beat you. You could have been spared that fate. Could have been spared this fate. Oh. Okay, is there a certain time limit attached to it? Every 3 turns or something? Or maybe. Or maybe the distortion is just getting bored from one scenery. That is why it's constantly having to change it. I could definitely understand it, at least. I could definitely understand it. Alright, that's the last of them. Here we go. Not so bad. Not so bad. So let me get this straight. The dude was here just a minute ago, and now nobody knows where he wandered off to. Yes. Yeah, Block just turned up out of nowhere, flapped his gum, then did a runner before anyone could even grab him. That guy is fast. Erza lets out a long, listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about him anymore. Lady Erza, I cannot say your frustration is misplaced, yet I trust you are also aware that more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. Are you defending him right now? He has never left his post without purpose so far. Purpose? Oh no, I get it, okay? But come on, would it kill him to give us a heads up before he just zooms off out of nowhere? It's not like we stopped him before. What are we going to do? Tie him up or something? Lock him up in a closet? We don't do that to our team, right? Remember last time? We all thought he was being a good patient and sleeping it off in the recovery ward. But no, when the LCE got infiltrated, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing has happened. And the team leader didn't even shoo him out for that either. Lady Erza, that's... Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to mention that. But still! So the reason he failed to participate in the operation was because he was sneaking out. Or maybe because the LCE was just too lax in supervision their own personnel. Is that what you're suggesting? Lady Moses bade us to hold our tongue for this very reason. She knew full well that Menster's intuition would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner. What part of this have I misunderstood? Did you not just disclose that the man deserted his post without any sort of authority? That's the thing. He wasn't just wandering around. He was outside, all alone, taking down the rings of the mannequins who knocked down the elevator that led to the LCE department. Oh? Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemies out there, but the recovery ward didn't really have any sort of emergency alarm. And nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He somehow just got on and did the job himself. How? I also heard it's all thanks to him that the facility team managed to get the comms back up and connect that LCE chief dude way faster that way. And that helped the LCA to actually be deployed as well. He would have been delayed for another hour or two if he hadn't stepped up, or rather stepped in, apparently. And he went fighting even though he wasn't fully recovered yet. So he came back looking like it's been processed through a meat grinder. So yeah, he did end up staying in bed like a good patient, in a lot of pain. Then the soldier is not entirely deserving of a reproach, huh? Maybe? Nope, I guess he's more of a less talking and more doing type, yes. Anyways, we were all stuck inside the building back then during the incident. So fine, I suppose there was no helping it. But today though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back in just to say that it is done. My point is, what happens if one day one of those solo missions doesn't go his way and we just drops dead in the street somewhere? How are we supposed to help him then? Huh? You have a point. Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place, when nobody gave him any sort of instructions? Block's got to be relying on his guts then, huh? His guts? Look, I only saw the block for a bit, so I can't really say if I actually have figured him out or not. He's an annoying bastard for sure, but he didn't strike me as some clueless sort who doesn't know where he's stepping. Heathcliff scratches at his shin and keeps talking as though he were stating an obvious fact. Today's proof enough of that. He's not one of us, so Clackhead couldn't reach him from that far and send him to back us up, right? And there's no way he just happened to run into us just then when we were about to get into a fight, ain't it? Then, well, it could be that the block got some stupid sharp head on him and pieced things together by himself. It could be that. But I've got these moments when I get a flash of that guts feeling as well. However you want to call it. My bossman, the Fears, said that I can hear them gear turning, or I can hear rats churning about. He would sometimes do things that you couldn't really make head or tail of as well. Listen, there was this one time when we were expecting a life and death fight. Matthew said that he can hear the gears turning or something, walking into a random pub, start throwing back drinks like he has lost his bloody mind. That does sound like someone who has lost his mind. Back when I was on the ship, some sailor used to drink the barrels dry before battling the whales to blunt their fears, only to stumble around the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, and boss could knock it back like a whale as well. Still, the point is, getting blasted right before a turf war is not what most sane people would call a good idea. Had us all cross, so we went stomping after him. And guess what? It turns out that that pub was the secret hideout where the opposite syndicate were holding up. They were crowding around the graft, running their mouth about how they would kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That is when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away that day. We beat them bloody. Every last of the bastards. And the boss just knew that it would play out that way. Sorry, but this really sounds just like bastards are bragging to me. Are you sure that wasn't just a coincidence instead? I should think it was no mere chance either. If you're saying as much, then surely this was but one amongst many of these coincidences. Is it not so? Yeah, every time Matthew pulled one of these stunts, our lot ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it weren't for these coincidences. It is likely that this is what often is referred to as indeed an instinct sense, an experience-based precognition, more accurately, an unconscious process by which information accumulates in the subconscious in sort of a conversion into a sensible conclusion. There have been some extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff have demonstrated the ability to arrive to a cohesive conclusion that surprised even Faust herself. On further analysis, it would appear that he was employing a mechanism similar to a sixth sense, as people would call it. Sixth sense, huh? Is that supposed to be a compliment or something? Or actually it's just taking the piss out of me? No, this was actually a compliment. Though my mentor does not see fit to explain each step that he takes. When all has passed, I often find that not footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask of you, grant him but a little time and wait. Keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clearer. Though I confess, I've also been concerned about him of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past. I see. To wait. Dawn began, hesitant, then stopped herself from saying more. She only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay. I suppose our team leader has her own reasons for letting him be then. That said, it doesn't mean that I have to be happy about it. Let us return to the task at hand, and do what we can for now. Fine. As the other quieted down, I finally had room to notice the place that we found ourselves in. This is the Black Room, perfect for developing films. There wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hue pressing in from every side. I can't believe that we were shedding away in the dark this whole time. Hey fellas, the red lights aren't helping at all, especially with my aging eyes. Oh, are you looking for the light switch then? It's no! Sinclair! You're ruining the photos! Don't turn the light! What are you doing? I heard Massault's clipped warning, his voice coming from a corner that I didn't expect to find. Massault, where are you? Ah, there he is, in that corner. Is he washing something? Oh, I'm pretty sure he's already developing the film. I mean, you did say that you wanted that to be done, right? Yeah, Yeah, I'm developing the film roll, manager. Exposure to light might ruin the entire roll. Please exercise caution. So he'd been doing his own thing again. That explained why he was quiet all along. Huh? I didn't think that you would know how to print photographs, pal. So, what's that for anyways? To express the wish to have the film developed, manager, I'm carrying out that instruction. Yeah, I see. Did you forget your own orders? Either way, a photo studio first, and now a dark room. This may be no more than a conjecture, but it would not be unreasonable to suspect that the axis of this distortion rests upon the photographer himself. The film's serial number either matches those found in the photo studio, or deviates by only a single digit. It is certain that this dark room is connected to the studio in some way. The image here bears a striking resemblance to those photographs as well. I also believe this building and that photo studio share a strong connection with each other. Oh? Hey, where exactly did you get these photos? Oh, I brought some from this photo studio earlier. I cannot name the location of the picture with certainty, yet they all appear to have taken at various spaces or other places in Encore. Buildings mostly. Wait, I know what these are. People take pictures like these when supplying stuff to that department store, right? Correct. The photo must have been taken by the docographer. Masol chipped in, holding up an old cylinder container in his hand this time. He gave the container a shake every now and then with a measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seemed to be part of the process of developing the film. Film rolls are hardly affordable for the average resident in Encore. In most cases, taking photographs is done as part of a professional duty. There are approximately 21 occupations in District 14 that utilize photography. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in these, pictures. And these docographs that you've mentioned, are they the people entrusted with that job? Yes, they photograph the informations to be poured into canned experiences. A docographer, you say? How could a person of such decent, lucrative profession fall into a distortion like this? Decent job, maybe, but how do we know if they're even a decent person? Erza replied with a clear-cut answer, after only a brief pause. What makes you say that now? The photo studio that we were at didn't really have any dark room, right? No, it didn't. My team leader said there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in Encore, you have to go to a dark room in order to develop and print them. Yes, correct. Film rolls are usually immersed in development solution to be processed. Which is why photo studios have these dark rooms equipped with their red safe light right next to them, right? But this place, it's pretty far away from the original studio. Yeah, now that you mention it, that is weird. Check out these windows as well. They're only covered by newspaper, and it's all mesh-like as well. If you consider how sensitive these roads are to the light, it's very suspicious that this darkroom doesn't have any proper blackout panels. And you know films can cost a fortune in some place in the city, right? Who in their right mind would print photos in a room patched up with yesterday's newspapers like that? I see. This probably isn't a legit darkroom at all. Someone just hauled in the bare minimum tools needed to develop films and threw them together in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing these photos. And people don't usually avoid scrounging unless they're doing something that is not decent. And if that's the case, then I can see why I might have distorted in the first place. Right? Manager? Massage? Massault came to my side, quietly, still giving the strange cylinder the occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop a role. And that is? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until development is complete. Aren't we already doing that though? Yes, however, engaging a battle opens the door to an uncontrollable variable. This is why I have to judge that it is necessary to make a separate request. A battle? There's no need for concerns though. I'm capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development in process. Wait, are you asking us to stay behind or something? Because you can multitask much better than I can. It almost sounds that way. Wait, can you slow down, please? Dante, didn't you realize what he's pointing at? Battle, you say? Surely there must be cause for you to believe so. At the photo studio, reinforcement arrived exactly 11 minutes 34 seconds after NCOP's pinframe team staff were defeated. Deduction based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio and this black room share some kind of connection. Furthermore, Sinner Heathcliff, Sinner Honglu, Sinner Gregor have battled NCOP's pinframe team in this very location. Oh no. Okay. I can already hear their footsteps. They're getting closer and closer. I have a feeling I know what Massault is getting at, but I have to ask anyways. And that means the initial rinse is finished. The process is now halfway to the completion of the second regulation. This indicates that 11 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of the development. A battle is imminent. Please withdraw to a safer position, Manager. Massault, you... Oh. You should have warned us earlier! I thought you were worried about the photos! Why didn't you mention the upcoming battle? Understood, Manager. I will follow the instruction going forward. It's too late for that!